It's a pretty nice rural setting. That'll be my spot for coffee. It's a wind warning this morning, but I have to admit, it's pretty idyllic, and yet I don't quite feel ideal. And that's just the toll that this winter has taken on me. I have this bit of a cloud that prevents me from being like fully in the moment and fully being able to appreciate the beauty that's surrounding me. But maybe more times like this, because I have to say, being out of the city last night was the first night where I just felt safe. Really didn't think anyone would knock. Something about hearing the ocean and the wind and rain on my face snaps me out of the funk a little bit and brings me back more into the moment. And the dogs had an absolute conniption over this. Yep, they were absolutely freaking out. It's a bit wild out there. This sort of mental fog or funk, I think it's probably from living in a certain amount of fight or flight state. And that's like living in that constantly. That's new. Like, I mean, after I got over it the first time in my life, you know, before I even knew what it was. But in the last few years, I really did relax and unwind, you know, and enjoyed my time in nature and at the off-grid property and, you know, camping in the RV. And I really did unwind. And I'm partially wound back up now. And it's the combination of questioning if I'm safe, questioning if there's going to be a knock, all the yelling, people yelling, either at me because of being in the RV or yelling about the dogs, and then also me yelling at the dogs. There's been a fair bit of that too, and that's just sort of shocking my nervous system over and over and over with not enough sort of downtime in between for it to wash away all that sort of stress chemistry. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's wrong with me. So, gotta get out and get camping out of the city. I mean, like, I knew I hated the urban boondocking experience from when I first was doing it in December of 2020. I did not like it. It's funny how I can just forget that and be like, oh, I'm signing up to live in a city boondocking. Durr. Yeah, it's like my daughter said, it's like you're in a tunnel and you don't realize till you're out of the tunnel all the things you couldn't see. It's like this minute, view. Anyway, here's to getting out of the tunnel, getting into nature more, spending less time in the city. And I'm going to try that for the next 30 days and see how it goes. I will not spend a day off in the city. How about that? Well, they're ready for me to be back. Still really stressed about that parasailer or whatever it is. Anyway, here we are. Sun's coming up finally. It's getting light. Yeah, there was just, no shenanigans, no sketchy people, drug use. Just the likelihood of there being anybody was low. Thank you, Darren. This coffee is good. Yeah, it's really good. Well, the girls are going to want to go out now that it's getting late. It's getting quite late. And we actually have a shift this morning. Just a 4-hour shift, but hey. Oh my god. Anyway, works for me. Then off to see Auntie Norma. So this is an off-the-cuff sort of account of a realistic, but say better than average RV life morning pre-going to work. I'm still pretty chill even though it's after 7. I guess I should get going, eh? Get this show on the road. Get these girls out for the business. Thanks for tuning in. If anybody has any comments on life's purpose, I'm starting to feel like I'm really starting to question my purpose. I'm starting to feel like I don't have a purpose. So yesterday I followed Dr. Peterson's instructions and clean your room. I did it. I pulled everything out and cleaned the RV. You know, still need to do a lot of organizing, but it definitely did have a positive effect on my state of mind.